Welcome back. The UK government has regularly raised the issue of the Gibraltar border in its high-level conversations with the European Commission since the disruption started last summer, and especially in the run-up to the Commission's 6-month deadline. This is according to a spokesperson for the British government, who said that over the past fortnight, the Deputy Prime Minister, Nick Clegg, has spoken to Commissioner Malmström, and the Minister for Europe has spoken to President Barroso's head of cabinet. The UK government said it has stressed the need for the European Commission to put pressure on Spain to return border checks to reasonable and proportionate levels, and argued in favour of follow-up visits, both announced and unannounced. The government has published a command paper on the referendum law. Under the proposed measure, a referendum can be held when the Chief Minister makes an order containing the question to be put to the public, what percentage of votes will be required to win, and the date on which the referendum will be held.
A referendum would follow many of the procedures that are used when holding general elections. Provision has been made to allow the addition of resident British citizens born outside of Gibraltar if they've been residing in Gibraltar continuously for 10 years. Publication of the command paper is the start of the legislative process before the proposal becomes a bill and then a law. There'll be a public consultation period totalling 9 weeks. The Deputy Chief Minister, Dr. Joseph Garcia, says this is yet another manifesto commitment that the government has delivered on, highlighting there could be a number of issues on which the government might wish to hold a referendum. This could be on international relations, as happened in 1967 and 2002, or it could be on internal matters where the government might feel that there's a need to consult.
I think if you remember at the time of the 2002 referendum, there were issues and discussions as to whether there was a legal base under which the referendum could be held. And in the end it was done by motion of Parliament at the time, and we certainly rejected at the time and continue to reject this accusation made particularly in Spain that the referendum was illegal. But what we then decided to do, and we've included in the manifesto in 2011, was to provide a legal basis for the referendum. So that is what this piece of legislation does. It provides the basis for a referendum to take place.
The command paper is available on the government website, gibraltar.gov.gi. Dr. Garcia says after it's gone through the process and been discussed in Parliament, the new legislation will be another important step that increases the mechanisms through which ordinary people can have a greater say in the way Gibraltar is governed.
I think I reflect the views also of the whole House when I say that he will be very sadly missed. He was very sadly missed.
The Diamond Jubilee Trust Fund has this week given out more than £60,000 to local charities. A committee chose 16 organisations carrying out projects deemed to be having a real and lasting impact on the lives of Gibraltarians of all generations.
You don't really need a good reason to gather for a chat in a hall so steeped in history. But many of Gibraltar's best-known charity workers had one. They'd been promised some rather significant donations.
I think, as you know, this was the Diamond Jubilee Trust, so it was set up in the Queen's Diamond Jubilee year 2 years ago throughout the Commonwealth and UK, and so this was the Gibraltar element of it, and this was collecting money to then be distributed to charities. And there was a committee that decided how to distribute the money, led by Minister Stephen Linares. And today we were handing out the cheques from the very generous donations, £60,000 in all, and I should mention that 40% of that, £25,000, came from a single donor, and that was Lombard Odier.
Very local charities where we will see the value of the charitable work that has been done. I think Lombard Odier have done a fantastic job in giving such a huge part of the fund, and also by starting the fund off with their contribution, really ensuring that others wanted to join and give even more.
And peace building in the environment.
As patron of the fund, the Governor gave out cheques to representatives of the 16 chosen charities during a short ceremony at the convent this morning.
The Vine Trust.
The Vine Trust, you may know, runs 2 medical ships on the Amazon River, and there's one on the way there, on the way to Lake Victoria now, that was fitted out in Gibraltar last year, the Jubilee Hope, and the money is earmarked really to sponsor people from Gibraltar who want to go either to Tanzania or to Peru to support those missions.
This money is going to help a lot of people in Gibraltar, all the visually impaired in Gibraltar, mainly with gadgets or any facility they might need.
The main money's been targeted to be used on latrines for one of the schools and also the building of a water well. Two sort of very basic items that are needed in the schools. Other monies that we've got in our charity will be used to actually refurbish the schools. But this particular money that's been kindly given to us will be used on those two items.
And these are schools in?
Sierra Leone.
This money will obviously be spent totally on the residents of Mount Alvernia. We've got a whole lot of projects going on at this moment in time. We will need a committee meeting to sort out specifically where it's going, but it's definitely all going towards the residents up in Mount Alvernia. Brilliant. Buying equipment for them for their well-being and having a good time.
These funds are going to be supporting our cancer support clinic that we run at the centre twice a week. People who have cancer who need support during their chemotherapy, their treatment, or sometimes afterwards because they have problems afterwards, and also their loved ones, their families are welcome to come to the centre, and they can access the cancer support clinics run by our cancer nurses.
This money that has been given to us today will go towards the daycare centre, which hopefully will be completed at the end of this year. This will make a big difference to many families who are living with dementia, not just for the patients but also for the families. And in recognition, one of the rooms at the daycare centre will be named the Diamond Jubilee Trust Room. So on behalf of the Gibraltar Alzheimer's and Dementia, and also on all those families who are going to benefit from this generous donation, it's a big thank you.
Well, of course, for us at Gibraltar, we're very proud of the link with Her Majesty, and having done so many things as we did for the Diamond Jubilee, to have also had a charitable aspect, I think, was one of the most important aspects of demonstrating what it is that Gibraltar does best, and that is selflessly give in charity to those that need.
This predates me here, but I think the committee did a good job of trying to look right across the field of good causes, and there are many of them, of course, in Gibraltar. And people are extremely generous, as I've discovered in my now nearly 6 months here in Gibraltar. And so this is just an example of that generosity.
The faces of the 16 organisations benefiting from an impressive £60,000 of donations made today by the Diamond Jubilee Trust Fund, aided in no small part, of course, by Lombard Odier's £25,000 gift.
Also this week, the Royal Gibraltar Police arrested a Spanish couple for feeding macaques. International customs officers voted overwhelmingly in favour of a roadmap for a restructure which will see them recognised as a law enforcement agency. And the British government has published the latest report on its biodiversity strategy for its overseas territories. For the rest of this week's news, you can also head over to our website, gbc.gi/news. Don't forget to tune into Radio Gibraltar and GBC Television, of course, throughout the week for the very latest local news. You can also follow us on Twitter and like us on our Facebook page. From the team, thank you very much for watching. Good night.